13 and 14. And this is the same pair that Pete McCordick a few years ago bowled a perfect 300 game for 100,000. And here's Tony Westlake, fourth in last year's Firestone. First shot, left lane. Is a triple now for Tony Westlake, who envisions a bright future after his tour days are over.
Well, Bo, I'll be 34 next month, and I don't feel like I did when I was 24. And I've always wanted to be in the wholesale bowling supply business, so we started last January in that business, and we just finished our first year, and it was an exciting year for us.
And today, that's the kind of excitement Tony wants. Four-bagger, increasing his lead here in our very first match, lead of 35 pins, and his opponent, Billy, is back up.
Orlikowski at 5 feet 11 inches tall, just takes about 16 feet of the 17 feet of approach. Nice, solid, smooth delivery, going for a double.
Crossing over.
As smooth as he looks, Chris, he still has to be a little bit nervous. That first time out there is very, very difficult. He's spraying the ball a little bit.
You remember your first on TV?
Oh, yes, Chris. As you see his ball delivering, going a little bit high on the right-hand lane, he breaks down the 310 split. If I recall, Chris, I bowled Billy Allen, the late Billy Allen, and bowled 160.
All right. But there is consistency here as we look at his fiancée, Lisa Stanfield. Their wedding date is set for October 9.
She said she's very excited, and I don't blame her. Now for Orlikowski, he has 75 through the fourth frame, 5 clean frames. He trails by 35 pins. Needs to get some strikes together to put the pressure on the experienced Tony Westlake, who has spare in 4 in a row. 6th frame.
All right, that was on the left lane of this championship pair, Gable House, as Tony Westlake, compact at 5'6", 175 pounds, and look at his grip.
He uses like a stretch semi-fingertip grip or a short semi, where he's just into the first knuckle, gets a good solid lift over the foul line. And he's wired.
Count him, 5 in a row. Here's a man that was 4th at last year's Firestone. And in 1988 and 90, he was second behind 2 what could be future opponents here today, Mark Williams and Dave Ferraro.
See how Westlake, with a very standard approach, is playing the lanes. A little bit left to center. He'll slide in this area, be right around the second arrow. Just a very standard shot.
Knocks out the 8.
A little quick with the feet, wide of his target. Has the 2-8 double wood spare standing for a moment. He's very happy, as you said, Chris, when the 8-pin falls out. It makes it a lot easier.
All right. The winner of this match, our very first here at the AC Delco Classic, will be the PBA Player of the Year, Dave Ferraro. That's coming up a little bit later. More of this match will be coming up as we're Billy Orlikowski, looking for his first PBA victory, is trailing by 44. He can cut it to 34. Strike up, shooting in the 7th frame, first game. Just didn't come up.
Well, Chris, he made a mistake that a lot of rookies on television make, and this is being his rookie show or first show. In the previous frame, he went wide, and remember, he left the 2-8. As you see his ball sliding here. And when he made the adjustment for it, he moved farther left on the approach. He caught the oil that's in the center of the lane. The ball just slid by the head pin. So he really made the worst move you can make is adjust off a bad shot.
All right, we have a guest on the lanes reporter today, a 4-time champion from California. Here's our friend Mark Baker. Mark?
Here we are, Dave. We're watching the first match together, and you don't seem to care who you bowl. How loose are you?
Well, Mark, I shot 300 the position round game, and I'm on an up note. I'm definitely confident. I like to bowl Tony because I'm sure he wants revenge for the 1990 Firestone.
Good luck today.
All right. Billy Orlikowski. 8th frame, and it's only his 3rd strike, where his opponent Tony Westlake has had more, and thus the lead of 44 pins. Spare up, 8th frame, Westlake.
See, when a player gets a ball too wide on this championship pair, it'll go high. There's a nice blend of oil right around the 2nd arrow. If you get out around the 1st arrow, the ball jumps high. Here you go. Look at the trajectory of Tony Westlake. His ball gets out to about the 7th board from the right-hand channel, then hooks very sharply high. If it had only gone out to about the 9th board, it would have held right in the pocket.
You know, next Saturday on ABC Sports, we roll into Arizona for the 2nd stop on the 1993 tour. 2-time Player of the Year, Amleto Monticelli leads a world-class field of Fairlanes, Squaw Peak lanes for the $130,000 Phoenix Open. That's next Saturday, 3 Eastern and Pacific, 2 Central, and of course on ABC Sports.
Westlake has to continue to fill the frames in the 9th and 10th frames to shut out Billy Orlikowski. And that opens the door, Chris. Orlikowski quickly looks to the sideboard. Right now, Tony Westlake, with that open, I figure he's going to make the 4 and 7. Will be going at a 224 pace. Orlikowski has a chance for 225. What he has to do is just get the ball over in this area. He's not going to try to slide anything over into the 6 pin. He's just going to take out the 2 pins for the count and stay in the match.
Does that with precision, doesn't he? Tony Westlake shaking that head, and Orlikowski is back up.
And back in the match. He has not struck on this right-hand lane in the match. He missed in the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th frames. He absolutely mandatory that he strike here, and he can still win the match.
Look at that. So refreshing to see a young professional accept the challenge.
Boy, he did. That was his finest shot of the match. Tony Westlake squirming in the seat when that ball was released, and all of a sudden, as they say in Pro Bowlers Tour, the game is on. Westlake 224 pace. Orlikowski can finish with 225, but he must keep striking. 10th frame.
Loser of this game will leave with a check of 8,000. The winner can maybe get 42.
Well, not to be. Let up on his speed a little bit on that shot. He took the pressure off of Westlake. Orlikowski, a solid first game. He's going to bowl a 204 if he spares and strikes. However, Tony Westlake, match well in hand, will be going against the Player of the Year, Dave Ferraro.
And Dave, a former roommate. And Firestone has been Tony's nemesis. But Tony has defeated Ferraro, so if Tony gets there, it'll be a great head-to-head affair.
Yeah, 2 of the best. Westlake winning this first match. He'll be loose, confident. Nobody's more loose and more confident in bowling any better than the next man coming on, Ferraro.
And Billy Orlikowski, appreciated by the capacity crowd here, and we hope you enjoyed watching him as he shot a 203. ABC Sports presentation of